That's right.
All right. Hello, everybody. It's Skip, and he's Hunter Lisle, another Murray Dance Studio. Hey, Hunter, how are you?
Hey, doing great. We're post Thanksgiving, we're pre Christmas, and we're getting in the holiday spirit. And we're doing the final wrap up for Dancing with the Stars, season 29, 2020, the weirdest, craziest, strangest year we have ever seen.
All right, let's talk about the first one first. The elephant in the room, and I don't mean anything bad by that. Tyra Banks' performance this year.
Yes. That would be a good way of phrasing it. Her dresses were unique.
Yeah.
We talked to somebody that knows her, and as we talked before, being a host is a very difficult thing. We've both done it. It's not easy. So I give everybody credit for giving it a shot because it's not an easy thing to do. And so she did it. She got out there, but I think she needed more help than she got, to really do it the right way. And I think it was a challenge, particularly.
I think I missed the kiss and cry area the most, where after the thing, somebody come there and talk to them and get something out of them more than just a little pitter patter and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that part too because you really get to know their true feelings and you get to know a little bit about, what they're really feeling. After you've danced a lot and you're a little sweaty, the nerves are kind of gone for that moment, and you start to talk and you really do get the real feelings, you get the real emotions. And I think that's where we see a glimpse more into their human sides. And I think I really missed that part too. I hope that next year is a great year for everybody and that they do bring that back. And, that'd be season 30. I do miss that part too. It's a lot of fun to watch that.
Yeah. Should be interesting to see if they go ahead with it, that Tyra gets a little bit better this year, I think, or next year. And I think she'll be directed a little bit more.
I think so too.
Maybe we'll have an audience back in there by then.
I hope so. The audience helps a lot. When you perform with an audience, and we've done it, it's not easy. It's like you're out there, you're pretending the audience is out there, but it's nothing like feeling it when they're out there cheering and applauding, and it's just not quite the same. So I hope she does get more help with it. And, maybe some costume choices, maybe be a little different. But, she did try. The musical sound and her voice got better in the last couple of weeks. At least it wasn't drowned out by the sound. So at least it was a little better for her that way. So I hope she improved. We give everybody credit for getting out there and doing the job because that's not an easy thing.
Yeah. Now to the dances. They did 2 dances. I don't. I'm just going to say it. I've thought about this, and the show was a week ago Monday.
Yes.
And I don't think the show was good at all. I don't think. For me, the dance of the night was Kelly and Daniela's first dance. That knocked it out of the park.
Yeah,
it was 27 for that, and that was the only 27 they had, only non-30.
The whole time. I mean, it really was going to be great. It's funny because Nelly, in an interview, said, they really thought that they were going to be off on the very first week. They thought literally that was going to be it, and they made it all the way to the end. So they were really pleased that they got there. And, revisiting this dance was great. They donated the shoes, the Nike shoes. That was cool. They had great spontaneity. They did well on this, obviously. It was fun to watch.
I wonder how much those shoes brought.
I should have looked that up. I would like to know. We'll have to look that up together and make another show, make another announcement about that, because I bet it was quite a bit. I mean, it was all for charity, and that's a really neat thing to do, actually.
So they're cool shoes. I mean, every one of them were handmade.
Yeah.
Nike, and they put it all together. And there's a lot of Nike fans out there, and lots of Nelly fans, and lots of Dancing with the Stars fans.
I thought that was really
probably
cool.
Get to see that a lot.
No,
they got 37 out of 30 in their first dance. Justina and Sasha.
Yes.
They were okay. They were not worth a 30.
Yeah, one day at a time was one day at a time, and this was one moment at a time at the end, because it was not. I did not think it deserved a 30. I thought, we're the last night. It's like they had charisma and fun, but it wasn't really. It was not a 30. I would have given them probably a 27, 28, overall for this night. But again, we're in the last night, and anything went pretty much.
Yeah, definitely. Neve and Jenna did a pretty good dance. The catfish guy was pretty cool, and I thought he was going to win. To be on the first 4 dances, I thought Nelly was the best.
Yes.
And it was Neve, Caitlin, and Justina.
Yeah, I like Nelly. I have to say, I kind of went with your pick originally with Neve because I thought they did so well. I thought, okay, they're just doing really well actually, because it was just really good, and I kind of thought they might win, but I discounted Caitlin and the Bachelorette, and of course we'll talk about that. But I was thinking a different way for a moment, and I really thought that Neve and Jenna might win it because I was like, I really liked the dance. I thought it was very good, so I was pleased by it.
Then we wrapped up the first round of dances with Caitlin and Artem, and she's come a long way since her
Yeah.
injury. She has rebuilt herself and become a better dancer.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if she should have won,
right.
but it was a good dance. I thought it was the third best dance of the evening. But
Yeah.
I love my Argentine tango. That's all I got to say.
Caitlin came through a lot of challenges along the way, and so I give her credit for getting through some of those and coming out of it. And Artem is fantastic. We met him with Val years ago and talked to him, and he's a really, really nice guy and just a great coach, a great dancer, very helpful when you work with him on choreography. He's actually a phenomenal teacher and very, very one-on-one with whoever he works with, and very much in, just right there with you. So, for Artem, I was really happy for him because I thought, okay, he deserves a good win. And I thought that was really great. Caitlin, I don't know. It wasn't my first choice for the winner.
No, but she did come a long way back from that injury.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the injury I really thought was going to sideline her, and she did improve. And you got to admire somebody that works through an injury, because in this show that can knock you out, and we've seen that from season to season. Someone gets a specific type of injury and they're done, they're out. So it's really interesting to go through that and get past that. You got to give everybody credit this year for having courage and the courage to do something and to get out there. So for that aspect, she did really well.
Then Derek Huff did a dance. Yeah. And I thought that was an awesome dance.
He is amazing.
What they should have done was Carrie Ann and Bruno should have judged it.
Yeah, they should have, because it would have been interesting to see the comments from that. And I think it would have been a great entertainment value to see that. Derek is probably, him and his sister both, they're probably two of the most talented people in the world. I mean, literally. And the two of them and Mark Ballas both. And we knew their parents and everything. And it's like, they're just amazingly talented. Everything Derek touches is just incredible. He's a really cool guy. So that was fun to watch that, actually, I have to say. He never disappoints.
Update, week number 11, the finals. And we're both a little disappointed, but we'll move on.
We'll move on. In 2020, we'll move on. 2020 is like, someone asked me the other day, would you like to get a Christmas ornament for 2020? And I was like, no. I said, in fact, we'll just forget 2020, move right into 2021 and just, keep on going.
Well, I would tell you what my Christmas ornament would be for Christmas, but no.
No.
It's time, I'll tell you that.
Okay, well, there you go. my word for 2020 is
okay.
I see, I like that. Your face and my word is because that's about right for 2020. I say I like your face. That's about all I can do for that. That's about the thing is, I think, is about my most indicative phrase of this year. Is like every time I think I have the answer, I have to say, wait, that didn't work. Something changed.
And we won't talk a lot about it, but Hunter's had a lot of life challenges over the past few months, and we were really proud to have you still around. We pull for you and your family. Definitely.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. The past 6 weeks have been more challenging in my life personally than I have ever seen. And some of you out there that are watching this know it, and some of you don't. But I am very glad to be here and to be smiling. And a lot has gone on in the past 6 weeks. So it is a pleasure to be on here with you. And I appreciate all the viewers that watch this, and really all the people that have been supported in our lives in the past 6 weeks. So some of you know what I'm talking about and some of you don't, but I do appreciate all of you, and your friendships means the world to me. So
all right, we're back into the dancing. This is round 2. Nellie and Daniela started it back off. Yes. And it was very good freestyle, I thought. And I don't like freestyle, you know that, right. But I liked this one a lot.
Yeah, I liked it too. It was creative. It got a great score. King of Bling. I love that comment because I was like, okay, that's about pretty much apropos. And it was a great score, great dance. Freestyles can go either really good or really bad, and this one was a good one.
And then it was Caitlin and Artem with their dance. So what they love about it is you really captured the feel and the style of a Baz Luhrmann extravaganza, and it was a big, big, big production.
I love that. Yeah, I love the production part of it. It was fun to watch. And, in one of the notes that I found and we were talking about it was a nice reminder. Artem hasn't won a trophy in the 9 seasons that he's been doing this. So I'm really glad he got to win it because, he deserved it. After 9 seasons, that's a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of consistency. So to see him win was really good. Yeah, but what an extravaganza. The production was cool.
Yeah, the production was real cool, but then it stepped up a little with Neve and Jenna's dance,
It did.
singing in the rain.
Yeah,
How do
that
you
was really
do
cool.
that?
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Well, you can do a lot with the set out there is amazing on Dancing with the Stars. And you can see I put that in the background, but it's just kind of like the set itself is so complex and it's not as big as you would think when you're on the show, but it's really neat because there's so much control over what they can do to that set. And you can do things both on the ground level, on the ceiling level, and without the audience, honestly, they had more control even with what they did with the atmosphere and everything. So yeah, it was really fun to see that. The Sing in the Rain, that was just totally cool. And he was a leading man in this one, I think, and really proved it. So that was pretty. I think we're going to see more from Neve as he goes along, maybe in other areas than he's been doing, and perhaps in some more film and even TV things that we've not seen. I've heard some rumors about that, and he's a true performer. So it was really nice to see that.
Yeah, he's come a long way. I didn't even know of him before the show started, to be honest.
No, I have to say I really didn't either that much, and now I've gotten to know more details, and I think we're going to see a lot more from him again in media, TV, especially. I think I'm trying to get a hint, but I won't give it too much. But I think we're going to see some more from him. So I'm really glad he did great on that last name.
He'll be anchoring the NBC News.
Who knows what will happen in 2020? 2020 has a few more weeks in it, which means anything goes, pretty much.
That's right. Anything.
Anything. That's a good phrase. I've got to figure out. You do a great job with that. I've not mastered that, so one of these days I'm going to figure out how to do something really crazy. So anything happens in 2020, and who knows? We might just start growing flowers out of our hair. I don't know what's going to happen yet. I have not figured that out yet. I would say this looks like more like 2020.
There you go. That's it. Yeah.
That's what it's been. And I'm a little tired of that, as everybody in the world is, of course, but we're doing it to keep people safe, of course. So we hope that 2020 will morph into something else, and we'll have, Martians landing and things like that. So given the monoliths, have you seen the monoliths that have appeared all over the world?
Yes,
I'm just waiting for one to come into Kentucky. I'm waiting for a monolith and a bourbon bottle to go side by side. I'm waiting for it. I was like, as I said earlier on the show, it's like, this was a gift from a friend of ours recently, and for all the things we've been going through, and it was a really cool bottle of bourbon. And I'm waiting for it looks like a monolith, so I'm waiting for the monolith to appear in a field, and there'll be bottles of bourbon surrounding it. I can't wait to see that. So that's gonna be my prediction for the end of 2020. What's gonna happen? I think it might occur. Who knows?
Oh my. Sometimes it's hard to keep you on the rails. You know that?
It is. I go off the rails, and there you go. We're trying to keep it serious. And when I do true judging, obviously I'm very serious and dressed up and all that. But this past 6 weeks has not been like that. So you got to laugh and you got to enjoy your life.
Yep. And the final dance was Justina and Sasha, which is another freestyle, and they did okay. But something I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
The first round of dances is based on scores, it looks like. Yes. Because Nelly always goes first. And the second round looked like it was how they kind of felt it was going to come out. Mm-hmm. Because they loved Justina.
They did, yeah. It was a lot more emotional in the second round and less about the technical ability, really, as you could tell, like what you're talking about. And Justina did really well. And I thought, again, a great ending of the night. I didn't think it was the winner personally, but I thought it was. I probably would have given it a 29, maybe a 28, but I think 30. But it's the last night, so but they did a really great job. It was very loud, very exciting. I guess the freestyle, as you just said, a little bit about what was my note strategy, and the strategy is the emotional impact. It would have been about the audience impact had the audience been there, and but you want the judges' appeal, and you do want the virtual audience appeal, so you want all that.
And the winner.
And then the winner.
Caitlin and Artem.
Yes.
This is the most disappointed I've been at the end of the year, probably for most of these seasons. Mm-hmm. To me, it looks like, and get mad at me, ABC, like you can find me, but it just looked like they wanted Caitlin to win because she's on ABC, because she's a former bachelorette, and I've seen this happen before a couple of weeks or a couple of years back with Bobby Bones. Oh, right. I think he got his title, don't want to say wrongly given to him, but right. I thought there were better dancers out there. Bill Engvall.
Yes, right. Now that year specifically, Bobby Bones that year, and I get to talk to him at the end of the season. We got on air together a little bit, and he was actually a really nice guy, really cool. And he said, I really probably did not deserve to win, but he was very humble about it. And remember, if you remember Bobby Bones that season, I have a phenomenal, crazy memory for these crazy things. He almost knocked his partner off the stage. If you remember, in night number 2 of that season, he did a move and literally almost knocked her off.
Wow.
And so, he improved a lot that season. So he deserved to go maybe to the end, but I don't think he deserved to win. But he had a huge following from behind him. And I think when you have a huge following from either a network or a radio syndicate or anything like that, then you're going to have a push that's pretty extraordinary. And
Plus,
if you
he has a morning show the next day to be able to talk about it all.
correct, yeah. And when they're on GMA and they're doing that, it's kind of fun. And I don't think they should have won, but I think they should have gotten to the end. I think they deserve to be in the final night. I just probably wouldn't have picked them for the winner, And again, they overcame a lot of stuff. So from that aspect, I would have probably put them second, quite honestly. I would have pegged them as a second place for that night, in all fairness. And I think that would have been a better way to go. But that was just me. Again, we have our opinions on these things. So, and they ended up in first. So there you go. For Arden's sake, I'm happy.
2 weeks back when my guy got taken out.
Yeah. I remember that. I know you were not happy that week. So that was not a good week for you. I think your background.
Get me off camera. I was throwing stuff.
You were, and the background went from a blue sky to a dark sky. I could just see it moving across the sky. And I thought, okay, it's changed on him right now. It's completely changed. So I think so.
I just thought the season was kind of thrown together. I thank them for doing it. I think it was great for them to do it. But they're going to have to rethink things to keep going. I'm not sure how the ratings did. I saw a few, and they weren't that great, but they were still keeping up.
Yeah, they were.
You need to find maybe a new night.
Yeah, I would love that.
Against The Voice, because The Voice came on at the end of the season.
And we said that. They did. We've said that for a long time, that we wish that they would put it on just one different night, so The Voice and The Dancing with the Stars is not the same night, because they're both great shows. Yeah. And people like both of them. And a lot of times the same audience is really torn what to watch. So it'd be better if they could do a different night. I think that would be really nice. So, but anyway, we'll see. I'm glad they did it though, because 2020 they could have bailed and they didn't. So I'm really glad they had it. I think hopefully next season, season 30, will be a whole different ball game, I hope, and we'll get to have a little more fun with it, hopefully.
What was your oh my gosh moment this season?
During Halloween, I had a few of those. I was like, I remember during Halloween. Let me find my notes, because during Halloween,
when they kicked the Tiger King lady off.
Well, that was a big one right there. That was now my notes as usual disappeared, but that was actually, I thought the Tiger King moment was something, and I thought that was
something. Yeah. Well,
I don't think the Tiger King thing. It was not a growl. It was a whimper. It was. But you know what it reminded me of is the infamous skater that got on there, and if you remember that season. We were there that season, that one.
You're not talking about John, though. You're not talking about John this time.
No, but you remember the infamous skater that did bad things, and I'll just say it that way. But we were in the audience when that happened, and we were there, and she was not the nicest lady. So, I was not a big fan, but that was one of those aha moments, like, oh my gosh, that was just like OMG, like crazy. So Halloween provided some of those for me, but this year the Tiger King was definitely a moment. So it's been a fun season though, even day one, watching it, thinking these people are really getting out there and they're giving it their all, given there's no audience, and who knows what's going to happen.
Watching Nelly try to get his hips shaking was my stunner of the year. And every year I would go, or every week I'd go, get the hips into it, Nelly, and you can do this. And near the end,
right?
What happened? He got better.
He got better. During the end, he got a lot better. And I think if you can move your hips and you get the creative side going and you get your body moving, you can do a whole lot. But one thing I like about the show, from every season, we've been on almost every season since the beginning and been out there. I've been choreographing for the show. I've done a lot of things with it. And, every dancer on the show gets better. If they go long enough, past week number 4 or 5, they all get better. And that's a really joyous thing to watch. Because in dancing, your ultimate thing is you want to see someone improve. You want to see them actually get better and not fail. We don't hope for anyone to fail. So when you watch them get to week number 4,
the Tiger King lady, I hope she failed the whole time.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that one. I'm not going to voice an opinion. I'm going to stay neutral. So he has his opinion on this one. I'm just going to be neutral on this one. So there you go. But it was a whimper, not a growl. I'll just say it that way. So there you go.
Suggestions for next year.
I would like to see a lot more dancing and a lot more. I hope there's an audience, and if there is, I'd like to see a lot more audience participation throughout the show. Meaning, it would be fun if they picked someone from the audience. Let's say, for example, let's say there is an audience, hopefully, and let's say that they had 5 people in the audience, and they randomly pick them during each performance, and they give them a paddle, and during that paddle, that's a score. And I think that would be a lot of fun, actually, to see right in real time, in live time, what the audience says. Because we've been in the audience before, so we've seen that, and it's a lot of fun. And it'd be fun to see what the audience comes up with. I think it'd be very random and very real, and it'd be a lot of fun to see.
Yeah.
What would you like to see in it for something new?
Different dances.
Yeah.
I think we're sticking to the same stuff. Eliminate the freestyle.
Uh-huh.
Eliminate the other dance that I don't like. I forget what that one is. But maybe contemporary is the other one I don't like.
Contemporary, yeah. Uh-huh.
But I love ballroom dancing. I think, could we get deeper into ballroom dancing? Are there different dances we could teach?
Right. See, I would like to see, I agree, there are different dances that they can bring in. And I would like to see it where there's a professional, a performance capacity and a technical dance, where in each week you see one of each, so that you get to really see technically what are they capable of. And then you also have the performance side. So you could do one dance which is strictly, again, performance, strictly like what we call open, where it's like an open choreography. It's all about performance and technique. But then you see the technical side, and you see it like as what we call a closed category, where you really see the technique. And you get to see really, not so much from an elimination side, but from an involvement side, where you can see the evolution of the dancer from week 1 to week 4, from week 4 to week 10. And you can see where they really do evolve physically, mentally, and emotionally on the dance floor. I think that would be really cool.
Or something I was thinking of, one that they haven't done, bring a professional dancers out, let them do the dance, then let them all participate like they would. So you have, here's how a professional does it, here's how our stars do it.
Right. And here's the danger with that, though. The danger of that is, like, if you watch the professional competitions or you go to a comp where you're judging, a lot of times the shows where the professionals dance, or there's a show at the end of the night, or even the high level pro comp part of it, is always at the very end. Because sometimes if you put it early, you can intimidate the performers. You can intimidate the amateurs, meaning the celebrities.
Yeah.
So because again, it's a lot of nerves. If you watch one of the top level professionals dance, like Anna Trubinskaya gets out there with a pro partner and they dance, and it's going to be like, oh my gosh. And you then have to follow them. You're going to be like, now what? So sometimes they can back.
That's why you keep the Tiger King lady around. So she'll dance the first step after the professional does it.
We're back to that. I think the tiger, there's always a dark horse or a dark tiger in every show. So there you go. I'm just going to go with that.
Oh, God. There we go. All right.
There you go. See, that's what I think of that. See, you're able to do those things. So that's kind of fun. That's your, I'll just leave it as a smiley face. I'll just keep my happy face for today, and I'll leave it at that. And you may see more of us, because we may be doing some YouTube craziness as well. So you all, whoever's been nice enough and probably I'd say generous and spirited enough to watch us throughout this whole thing and still put up with us, we might be doing a YouTube thing. Who knows? So keep your eyes out for something kind of crazy along the way. You never know. If you're not tired of us already, you may get to see more of us. Who knows?
We got this thing called Hunter and Skip's YouTube channel on YouTube that you can subscribe to. It has most of the former episodes. We're still looking for 2 that we don't have, but got those up there, and that's where we're going to start our little journey. See how far we can go with COVID, and then maybe we'll get out of this. Maybe when you get vaccinated.
That's right. And you get back into the station. I do miss going in the station every day and doing this with you live, and so we're working remotely this year a lot. And so, but hopefully next year will be a different year for everybody. Like you said, they'll get vaccinations for everybody. They'll do all the things that we got to do, and we'll all be safe and get back to a regular, normal 2021. That's our hope and our prayers for everybody, is that's what happens. And I hope that does happen. That'd be really cool.
Definitely. Okay. You want to learn to dance, and you've got something coming up, like a wedding or something like that. and
Yes.
you're COVID clean and everything's taken care of and it's all socially distanced. How do
Yes.
you learn to dance, Hunter?
I'll say the best in Lexington. We've been here for 20 years and we've grown every year, even during COVID. So, we do it safely, but we want you to have fun and we want you to enjoy your life. So call Arthur Murray today, 859-278-7711, and go to dancingiseasy.com. We picked that website. Someone asked me today, why did you pick that? I'm like, because it is easy. We make it easy. Our professionals have been with us for 10 to 20 years. And in most studios, you have a lot of turnover. Our staff have been there for a long time. They're really good at what they do. Our employees are amazing, and they will help you every step of the way. And when you walk in that door, from that point to becoming a good dancer, they'll make it effortless. And whether you're going to a wedding next year, hopefully, or you're going out on the town, or you're just dancing in your living room and you want to have some fun, you can learn to dance and be competent and comfortable at Arthur Murray. And that is the best part of all. To me, that's the best part. Not that we've been here 20 years, but that when you walk in, it's a family. And you walk in and, having lost some of my family recently, that was more important to me than ever before. And I'll tell you, it's a great feeling when you go in and you feel like home. And so if you walk in, give it a try. Call Arthur Murray today. It's not just Arthur Murray. We're owned locally. We own it and we're here for you for 20 years. And we're still here. We're open and we want you to come in. So give it a try. It's a place with a lot of heart and a lot of fun and you won't regret it. Give it a call. And you've heard the number a million times, 278-7711. But it's not just, Arthur Murray's out here. Who are they? It's us. And it's a lot of fun. And I think you're going to really be surprised and have a great time. If you're single or a couple, try it out. Give it a call.
He's Hunter, I'm going to say Hunter Murray. He's Hunter Lisle from the Arthur Murray Dance Studios, 278-7711. That'll wrap it up for us this year. Maybe we'll do some stuff. We'll see. We're going to work on that YouTube channel. Now it's Hunter and Skip's YouTube channel. Go subscribe there. Give us a couple of weeks. We'll put something together and we'll be back with something. We don't know what it may be.
Some crazy things.
Takeout restaurant reviews or something like that.
That's right. You never know what we might do because we've been around for a long time and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll give you an opinion about something. Now you may not like it, but when we start doing that, it'll be pretty real, but it'll be pretty fun too. So, we hope everybody does enjoy. We're going to try to do something fun for the world and just have a good time while we're doing it. And we hope you get to watch and have not clicked off yet. And by then you'll click subscribe, I hope, and we'll have a good time with this. So we're doing it for fun. We're doing it for enjoyment. We're doing it for you. So we hope you have a good time with this.
All right, he's Hunter Murray again.
That is number 2. Now here's the funny thing though. I've answered to Hunter Murray for years. I'll be out at Walmart one night and someone says, "Hey, you're that dance guy. You're Hunter Murray or you're Arthur Murray." I'm like, you know what? I'll answer to anything. So we'll go with Hunter Lisle for now, but I'll answer to whatever. It does not matter.
It's Hunter Lisle from the Arthur Murray Dance Studios, 278-7711. Hunter, we'll see you in a couple of weeks and I hope your family is well and things are getting better.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to do this. It's been a highlight for me, and I enjoy the audience watching. And thank you for all the supportive comments from the audience, from all the people that are still watching. We love you to death, and we hope you continue watching. And please share this and let a whole lot of other people watch it and enjoy the craziness.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.